Welcome to Opportune. My name is Eva, and in today's video we're going to have a beginner's overview of DAX, what they are and how to use them. DAX, or Data Analysis Expressions, are formulas in Power BI that will help us calculate new measures or generate new columns. For instance, using the dataset that we have here, we would like to know what is the average operating profit. We will come to New Measure, and from here we will type average operating profit is equals to average. Then we can just pick the operating profit and hit enter. And with that, you will see your average operating profit pop up on the right side, and we can go ahead and pick a matrix. And we'll drag and drop this new measure here. And from that, you can see what is the average operating profit from this dataset. We can also use the sum function to find out what is the total sales. I'll click the new measure again. And say and total of sales is equals to, we will use sum function and go to total sales. I just pick it from the drop down and hit enter. And since we have another total sales here, we cannot name it the same. It will pop up and it has this calculator icon. You can drag and drop there. We will also use the minimum function to find out what is the minimum sales. I'll say new measure, and we will call it minimum sales. Equals to min, then we'll pick our total sales and hit enter. And once that is calculated or generated, you'll find it here. You can drag and drop. From our dataset, I would like to know the number of city that we supply to. So to find out this one, we will use the distinct count function that will enable us to find out the number of sales, the number of city. So I'll call it cities. And say distinct count of city and hit enter. I will drag this and drop, and as you can see, we supply to 6 cities. From here, we will use another function called the calculate function, where I'd like to find out what is the sales for one retailer, just the Foot Locker, without considering the other retailers. So we'll pick the new measure again from this ribbon, and I will call this measure foot local sales, which is going to be equals to calculate the total sales where the retailer is equals to foot local. So you can just come pick this one, and as you can see, these are the total sales for Foot Locker only. The other thing that we can use DAX for is to generate new columns, and we are going to use two examples in this lesson. The first one, we are going to create a regions column by combining the city and the states. So we'll say new column, and I will call it region, which will be equal to the city combined. I'm going to use these signs here. I'm going to combine it with the state, and we hit enter. As you can see, we have a new column here, and we go to our table view, and as you can see, we have a new column that has been created here. The last column that you're going to generate is the orders column, and this one we're going to categorize our units sold to either a high order or a low order. We come back and click new column. In this case, we are going to use the if statement. We're going to name this column orders, which will be equal to, we're going to use if and we'll say if the units sold are below 800, then we're going to call this a low order, otherwise it's a high order. And hit enter. As you can see, the column has been generated. All these are high orders, and you can see low orders from here, 700, 550, and so on and so forth. As you can see, with those functions, we've been able to generate new columns and new measures. And that is going to be the end of this lesson. In the next lesson, we are going to do a mini project. I hope you like and share and subscribe to this channel. And until then, stay safe.